So who's written a scientific paper or co-authored a document before? Who's done it with people in the department only? Who's done it with other people in other countries? Can someone tell me about just that process and how many challenges they had in that? Cool.
Yeah, it was actually SGC 2003.
Yeah.
We were asked to do some pre-Congress work on the forums, and I was doing some spell checking, and it was just for me it was just a way of showing a little bit of initiative, but it ended up being a very big thing. My name was as a co-author on one of the papers presented at IFC afterwards, and it was also fun because I made a lot of grammar and spell corrections. The original editor was an English woman, so she was first offended as I found a lot of mistakes, but it turned out they were actually there, and I corrected them. And so it was a group of people working together, and I just thought that I did a little thing, but then I saw that it was presented. I think it was a great experience. It was both my first SGC experience, also my first technical paper experience. So it was a good thing to do.
Also, one of the things we worked on later was the sponsorship brochure that we published for this thing last year. So this is to raise money for August State Generation Congress. That was only probably had 500, maybe 1,000 words total in the whole book. But that took like 40 reiterations to get right. And even in the end, when it was published, it was decent. But that was a big challenge, and having people with different skills that, for instance, having a very sharp eye for detail like Luke does, or somebody else can think big, or somebody else has inspiration, or someone else has artistic talent. Having all of those things available to you anywhere in the world, available 24 hours a day, is very powerful. So also with fundraising, that's extremely challenging. Who's had experience fundraising? Who's absolutely scared of asking for money? Who loves asking for money? So what's the biggest amount you've ever raised for a single event or project or program? 0? Yeah.
36,000 US.
36,000? Yeah. What's that? In euro or
I don't know the exchange rate, but around 1,000
anyone else? Jim?
9,000.
9,000, so Jim took a baseball bat to his boss's head on the field. Then ran away with his wallet.
No, actually it's the opposite. They came to me and said, like, we like what you're doing and we want to sponsor you. I mean, I just sent an email, we have a fun event, Yuri's Night, and it takes place in Leiden. Let's just get all people working for the company to go there. And I made like a snappy remark, it would be nice if you can sponsor it. So, and then later they came to me like, oh, we looked into what you're doing and we're really interested and let's discuss. And in the end, I had to ask for money. And the one thing they always say that, you know that you ask for too little money if you get what you got. So I feel ashamed that I didn't ask for more because I got what I asked for. And so let that be a lesson, always ask for reasonable but high amount.
I mean, the largest amount I raised was 7,000 last year, 7,000 euros for the event. And that happened because Peter Sina from ESA emailed me and said he was very upset that we hadn't asked for money and that we had been bad and only going to give us 7,000 euros. And so I didn't do anything, but yeah.
Well, I've been asking for money like half a year now to get a sponsorship for people who come to the FGC. And I've been writing letters and meeting people and everybody was so nice and say, yeah, we get into it. And finally it came with push come to shove. The person stayed at home because we did not have the money. So what have I been doing wrong? I mean, help me.
It's a challenge, right? And I mean, it's scary being asking for money because you never know, like you said, what the other person's thinking, whether they like what you're doing. It feels like you're asking, sometimes me, I'm asking my mum for pocket money, but really, it's, as Jim can attest, people want to support these kinds of things, and there's nothing wrong with asking people for money and explaining it. Sometimes they might say that the global economy is tough, and that people are not as generous with money as they No, but it was an insurance policy.
Well, partly.
Partly. So those are two things. So one of the interesting things is thinking different about that as well, and thinking about the possibilities. But working for 8 years on, so you promised to give out $10 million, and you know someone could win that prize at any time, and you don't have money. You know, it's not like saying to someone, well, you know, $500 coming from $10 million. Where does that come from? That's really scary, and it takes a lot of determination to keep going and push through that and actually get it. So just don't give up. If you think what you're doing is valuable to someone, just keep telling people why it's valuable to them and get them to listen. And if you find someone that's interested, they will support you. It takes time, and you have to persevere. So I want to wrap up now, just so we can have some questions. So as I said before, you know, Space Generation exists to support these projects. We can't do them for you, but as the wave of next explorers, you can go out and do it. And just remember, you're not alone, and you have everything you need. So any questions? Yeah?
Within SGC, apart from writing emails directly to people to check over stuff, I mean, is there going to be any platform, or is there any platform forward, because they're not active between the companies, where you can actually go and say, hey, I have this problem. Is there anybody out there this week?
We're working on that. So one of the things we have in beta testing or alpha testing at the moment is a new project management system that, just like open source software, lets anybody from around the world come and write a piece of code on a software program. We're trying to think about how to get anyone around the world to join a project and do something. So like, for instance, Jim sent out an email to the talk this saying we want to make some posters. We want to make a website where someone can come along and go, hey, I love space, what can I do? Click on the art category. Hey, they want a poster, I can do that. And just assign themselves to it, do it, and then to go. So we want a website where we can manage, you know, all our projects. Here is our Greenhouse Workshop, this conference, where someone can come along, have a look at it and say, hey, I can do that. And do that. And if you're organising a project, how to do what you said, you just, you know, put it in the project management system. And you can, you know, we actually also have an archive for all of our members to actually list their skills or their interests, so that you can also immediately broadcast a message out to people who have the right skills. If someone's good at editing or good at translating French, you can send that straight to them and they can do the job up. Okay?
Yeah, and this is also where the strategic plan that you guys are working on this week will hopefully push it into that software, so that the fact that you're having project managers contact info, if it can also be put into this, would basically outline every project that you can get yourself involved in. So I think so the work we're doing here is also going to help the web design.
Well,